They say I'm not the same, and I needed my space to break free from my chains, realize they were fake, and I look in my old cage. I didn't know that freedom was pain. When the paint and the promises finally wear off, can you look at my scars and tell me their cost? Tell me what I have lost. All the sticks and the stones are the bridge that I crossed. I'm done playing this game. I'm no longer ashamed. I won't take all the blame. They say I'm not the same, and I needed my space to break free from my chains, realize they were fake, and I look in my own cage. I didn't know that freedom was pain. They tell you that freedom is gonna be great. I'm still learning the difference between love and hate, and so I'll go on. For the rest of my life I'll be writing these songs so they know they were wrong. And I know I'm strong, but I'll prove they were wrong. Because I'm not the same, and I need my space. I broke free from my chains and took back my name, and I look in my old cage, and I see it start to fade.
Very nice. Irene's Entropy, live in the KMCN studio on Midwest Revue Live. That was good stuff. Man. So when you're singing that, are you thinking about things that made you write that song?
Yeah, I think there's always a part of me that, because that's most of what I sing, you know, all of my music comes from a very painful place. And while I have healed and I am healing and I am empowered from the place I was when I wrote it, a part of you always has to go back to that pain. I think that's, you know, it's part of the burden of being an artist, is that while you can heal and move on, a part of you always has to be able to dip back into the pain and the trauma, because the people listening to you might be going through that. And so that's a sacrifice you make to share your art with the world. So yeah.
Oh, that's, by the way, people out there who are trying to watch live on Facebook, I don't know why, but it kicked off earlier and I just reset it so it's back online now. I'm not sure how long it was off, but You can watch now if you want. Anyway, excuse me. So when you're writing, are you writing for yourself?
Yeah, always. I think that if you write for anyone else, your music it's not authentic. Because I have tried as an artist, I've tried to write songs that, oh, well, I need to write this because this is what other people need to hear. And it never comes out right, ever.
Right.
And that might work for some other people, but for me, I always have to write for myself. And in the end, if I can heal myself with writing my music, that's what heals other people the most, is what I found.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
So is it easy or is it scary to bare your soul like that?
Honestly, it's easy for me. I
Is
mean,
it really?
parts of it are hard, but you have to remember that my mind and the way that I work is very different from probably most people, because I was raised Mormon and I had to bare my soul to everyone on the daily in bearing my testimony to them. You know, I had to put myself on the line as a child to tell people that Joseph Smith is a prophet and the Book of Mormon is true. And when I was on my Mormon mission, I had to, the fear gets just shaken right out of you. I had to knock on people's doors that would slam doors in my faces, but I have this, almost because of my past, nothing truly is that scary. The scary part is always when I'm authentically sharing my story and people connecting or not connecting. I just want to give them the message that they need to hear. So that's always the scariest part to me. Am I giving them the best show, the best set list, the best songs? I don't ever want to misread the room. Yeah.
Wow. People think, not everybody, but people think in general that a musician goes up there and just plays their songs and that's it. They don't put any thought into the room, like you said.
Oh,
you don't
no,
read the room.
So much thought goes into it.
Oh yeah.
Even my set list for tonight, because a lot of my songs are so sad, or they deal with trauma, and so if you have a crowd, I can't just give them straight sadness all night. So okay, I'll play these. How do you uplift the room? And then if you need to bring it back down, how do you do that artistically so that you're not just shocking people with these topics?
Right. Well, you don't want people to go away saying, boy, she was a bummer. It's like
Yeah, because at the end, I want people to feel uplifted.
Right.
You just have to talk about the sad, bad stuff to get to the good parts.
And it's similar. I don't know if you have ever listened to the blues, but it's similar to the blues because they sing sad songs and stuff, but a lot of people, including me, get uplifted by hearing those sad songs.
Yeah.
You got to read between the lines, so to speak, and you pick up things and you go, oh wow, that hit me. It's now. I listened to a podcast, and you were talking about, excuse me, about. I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but you were talking about being an addict.
Oh, yes.
And one of the lines that I wrote here was, what do you do when you realize you're an addict, ripped away from the needle inside your veins? Spent my life trying to break through the haze. To learn is to change. I love that last sentence there. To learn is to change. Great writing there.
Thank you.
Really good. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, and this is one that I think a lot of people can relate to, because again, whether it's a drug, whether it's, emotions, or family members or a spouse or someone that you're divorcing or breaking up with. There are addictions that we put into place in our lives. And when you have to leave and you have to change, it's so hard. And once you're an addict, I mean, you're always an addict, right?
Right.
It's not something that just goes away. And sometimes that's so clear to us when we look at drugs. You know, I'm an alcoholic, or I was addicted to this drug. And you realize that, but we don't always realize when we're addicted to other things in our lives. I was addicted to certain emotional patterns that put me in terrible places. I was addicted to certain toxic teachings and people. And you fight that. And even when you fight it, the poison remains, and you have to do so much work to remove it from your system, whether it's a physical drug or a less tangible substance. You have to understand that if you're going to learn, if you're going to change, you have to empower yourself to create new habits. And that song isn't released yet. It's on my next album, actually, and it will be released as a single this summer, which is a cool tidbit. No one else knows that. So
cool.
Yeah.
When is your next album? Are you recording yet?
Yeah, so we're in the studio recording. It won't be released this year, but there will be quite a number of singles released this year. The first one in March, one to follow in April, and then probably another one in late June. So
nice. Do you have the order of release yet, or?
Yeah, kind of. Mostly down. There's a couple that I'm deciding, do I want to release this one or this one, but the one that you're talking about is a song called Identity.
Okay.
And that will be released probably in June, and that will be the face of the Identity Project, which is the project that I have working with women writing letters. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, well, you know what? I just realized we haven't taken a commercial break yet. And we need to do that because otherwise nobody's going to pay us money to, have their stuff on the air. So anyway, we'll be right back with more Irene's Entropy after these messages.
Body Works, Courtney's go-to full-service auto body shop.
You're getting a bunch of back up off the mic on your high notes. It's cutting off out in the world.
Okay.
From potholes to
Great question.
Yeah.
On what? Oh shoot! I marked it, but I can't recall what it was. You asked her, did you play sports as a way of getting out of the house? Basically,
Yeah.
That was a good question.
Yeah.
So you're at 6:45 now. If you're supposed to be at the
Okay.
view inside.
Oh, we just need more time.
I know. I could sit here and talk to you.
I know. Did you want me to sing Colorado next or something else? What else did you have on your
However you want to sing it is fine with me. Oh, Nightmares, Persephone.
Okay.
Because we love our community.
Sounds good. Yeah, all your questions are great.
Call us at 563-242-3121.
The weather is brought to you by Richard's Auto Repair. Get more bang for your auto repair bucks at Richard's Auto Repair. Their low overhead, along with their low labor rates, with an expert, experienced technician, save you hundreds of auto repair dollars. Bring your vehicle to Richard's Auto Repair for more bang for your auto repair bucks. Here's your forecast from the MAC 94.7 Wild Rose Casino Weather Center. Cloudy skies expected tonight with a low of 27. Westerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Daytime highs approaching 50 tomorrow. Bright sunshine expected. Lows around 31 tomorrow night, mainly clear. Temperatures well above average Tuesday and Wednesday with highs in the upper 40s. Chance for scattered rain showers Tuesday. I'm Weather Up.
And I'm Billy Rose. You're listening to Midwest Revue live on MAC FM 94.7. It's good stuff. And it's coming to you from the Wild Rose Casino and Hotel Studio. Brought to you by the block that rocks Savannah, Illinois. Irene's Entropy is here live in the studio. Yes, she is a science nerd, engineer nerd, whatever kind of nerd you want to say. Welcome again, Irene. And I love listening to you talk and about your experiences and stuff.
Thank you.
So, but people want to hear some songs.
Some more music.
Yeah, you want to play something else for us?
Absolutely. I'm going to play you a song called Colorado, which is off of my album
Love that
High
song.
Water.
Love
Yeah.
that song. Nice. I like that song. The first time I listened to it, I thought, I'm getting high in Colorado. I'm drinking whiskey.
From this bottle.
And I'm stuck at the bottom.
The first, yep.
To me, it sounded like this song is setting you free, or you're becoming free. Is that?
Yeah, that's a great story. In real life, I was in Utah at Brigham Young University. My now husband was in Illinois, and we were having these conversations about, was Joseph Smith a prophet, and is the Book of Mormon true? And I was just fighting with so many of my childhood teachings. And finally I said, you know what? I'm ready to hear the other side of the story. I'm ready to look at it with this different perspective, but we can't meet in Utah. Like I had, it just would not be good to meet there because I had people that knew me that were kind of watching me. They knew I was questioning. So we flew to Colorado and we met there. And that is where I, for the first time, did not wear my Mormon garments, the magic Mormon underwear that you hear about. So I wore that. And so it was the first time that I did not wear my Mormon garments. For the first time in my life, I tried a sip of coffee. For the first time,
Really?
yeah, because Mormons can't drink coffee. I tried my very first sip of alcohol. I just, for the first time, opened up my worldview and listened to what the other side was like. And that all happened in Colorado. So quite literally, my worldview exploded there. And it was very traumatic. There were cool parts, but also, I mean, I was in tears on the hotel floor. I couldn't move. My tear ducts ended up becoming infected because I was crying so much. And then I couldn't cry. And I was just so utterly broken because how could I leave quite literally my family and my entire world behind, because it's so intertwined, the religion and your family. And if you leave one, then you leave the other. And it was just this heartbreaking experience. But truly, Colorado is where I found freedom, or had a taste of it for the first time.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So that, I mean, freeing is the right word.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, you didn't know about that
Wow.
story, but yeah, that I'm glad that you could pick that up from the lyrics.
Wow, that's, excuse me. It has to tear you apart, going from that and seeing different things and opening your eyes and saying, wait, that's not how I thought, or that's not what I learned.
It's unimaginable, the pain, unless you've gone through something like that, where your entire worldview is literally ripped from you. All of your childhood teachings, the brainwashing, all of it, to realize that the world was not what you thought it was. It brings grown men and women to their knees, which is why I'm so just such a voice for the ex-Mormon community. And so many women and men go through this and they don't have an outlet, which is why I'm very much a supporter of them through my music and giving them an opportunity to feel heard.
I commend you for the work you're doing. And I do call it work. What I know it's work when you're a musician, but you're doing work, a special work, not only through your music, but through your what's it called?
The Identity
Project.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. You're helping people who really need help and have no place to turn. It's, yeah.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Right?
For anyone listening, you can check it out on my website. It's www.irenesentropy, ENTROPY, irenesentropy.com. Or you can also find me on Instagram or Facebook. But I would love for listeners to check that project out. It is a huge part of my world.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Pretty amazing. You're a pretty amazing gal.
Thank you.
Yes, you are. There's another song. Now, this one kind of hit me.
Yeah.
And it's called Nightmares.
Yes.
And the lyrics I wrote down here say, "This road that I'm taking is my own making. Maybe I'll just fall and crash and burn. Give me a scarlet label. I'll face myself at the table. I'm the one that has to live with me."
Yes.
Wow. Those are powerful words.
Thank you. And it's so true that, yeah, I think it says, so give me a scarlet label, I'll face myself at my own table. Because I'm the one that has to live with me. Because at the end of the day, you can't live your life for other people. You can't live your life for the expectations that your family, or in my case, a religion, or that they set out for you. you have to be relentless in choosing your own path, sticking to it, and rising up from this almost victimhood state, right? And sitting at your own table, and I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to become the best version of me. So that is actually probably one of my favorite lines on the entire album. So I love that you picked that out.
Well, it's a good line.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. We're running out of time. Can we hear another song?
Absolutely. I would do that one for you, but that's a rather long song. It's like 6 minutes long. But I encourage you guys to go listen to it on the album. I think one that I'll leave you with is probably also one that none of you have heard because it has not been released to the world. But it's kind of that same idea of leaving everything behind, burning yourself to the ground so that you can start over. Because sometimes it seems so tragic when you have to literally burn everything to the ground and start over. But it's beautiful, the life that grows from it. And I wrote a song about that. It's called Burn. And yeah, I hope you guys like it.
Into to burn. And turn into a million flames, 'cause I can't erase my mistakes. So let me burn. Let me burn. Maybe my actions give me life.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Irene's Entropy, live in the KMCN studio on Midwest Revue Live. It's been really fun, and I love talking with you.
Thank you.
It's been fun having you here to share your music and your words. She's heading down to the View in downtown Clinton. If you want to go down there and check her out, she'll talk to you. I'm sure she will.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what to say. This is fantastic. Thank you very much for being here. And remind everybody of where they can find you, find your music, and everything that you have going.
Absolutely. You can look me up on Instagram or Facebook, Irene's Entropy, Irene's.entropy on Instagram. And then I have a website, www.irenesentropy.com. And you can find the Identity Project on there. You can find my first album on there. All of my albums or singles are on Spotify, Apple Music. Just look up Irene's Entropy. My album is High Water. So it's all out there. If you look up Irene's Entropy, there's not many other Entropy artists. So
Probably not. The science nerd, the engineer nerd, and the very fine musician. Thanks for being here, Irene.
Thank you so much, Billy.
Okay, that's gonna do it. I gotta go do what I do. Anyway, thanks for listening, and don't forget, I'll be back next week, same time, same station. Until then, don't forget, reuse, repurpose, recycle, reduce, and repair. I love you, man. I love you.
One night
Thanks for
only,
being on, you guys. See you later.
February 18th.
Wonderful to meet you. Thank you.
Taking the stage at the Performing Arts
All
Center
right.
at Central Delaware High School.
All right.
Grab your stuff,
Awesome.
boss.
Thank you so much, Billy.
Thank you.
Mike Hartney. Mike Hartney plays tribute
You're a
to
very
the
good
king of
interviewer.
wrestling.
You asked good
Well,
questions
thanks.
and were quite prepared.
I've been doing it a long time. I'm glad to hear I'm doing it again.
Absolutely.
Saturday, February 18th.
We will
at the
see
Performing Arts
you
Center in
later.
Dayton.
Okay,
Have
I'm
a beautiful night.
planning on coming down.
Oh,
and
that would
see
be
if
awesome.
my wife will come with me or not.
Oh, great.
I would love that. We're gonna get down. I'm gonna do sound check and get started. So
Okay,
Thanks,
thank you.
Billy.
Bye.
Facebook. House number 2 is located at 105.